Imagine your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews are outside and come upon a dark rolling smoke. A smoke produced from black carbon that is causing these children to need help just to even breathe at night. A smoke that is causing fear into the eyes of not just the children, but the adults worried for every single person's safety. A smoke that is killing the environment, wildlife, and even people around them. The people of these villages who have been born and raised here their whole lives are afraid and need our help. They need our help to speak out on how their homes are being destroyed and their safety is being treated like it's nothing. The environment and the animals who do not have a voice are being slaughtered at the hands of the machines and equipment around them, and at what price? Over intensive research and accumulation of factual statements, personal experiences, and simple care, I'm here to give you a trusted source on why this is such a harm. The oil drilling in Alaska is causing more harm than good by bringing environmental damage and threats to surrounding wildlife that will ultimately result in negative consequences for everyone and everything in its path. Today, I will be explaining to you the damaging effects of oil drilling to the environment, the harmful effects to the wildlife, and the mental and physical harm to the people within the villages around it. The National Research Council has stated that concerns have been raised to the toxic contamination of plants and animals used of food within the villages. These contaminations would produce of methane, VOCs, ozones, and black carbon, which are known to be some of the leading causes of internal diseases due to oil exposure. And based on the National Research Council, committees have met not one, not three, but 8 times in the past 2 years, revisiting the reoccurring situation of health and damage to the environment. The Research Council has reported that over 3 billion barrels of oil have been produced within the past years. This much oil produces certain chemicals within the air, polluting it, and over time, there are even mishaps such as mechanical failures that can cause oil sputters that spread for miles and miles within the water and on land. The Polar Research Board has stated that the effects of oil spilling is ultimately leading to the contamination of wildlife and migration as well. Earth Justice interviewed a local village, and it was stated that in order to hunt for food, they had to travel over 300 miles just to harvest 6 animals, which has never been done within their history of being in the village. The National Academy of Sciences concluded it is unlikely that the most disturbed habitat will ever be restored, and the damage to more than 9,000 acres of oil field roads and gravel paths is likely to remain for centuries. The NRDC has also stated that along with this, there is an oil spill recorded every single day affecting to the wildlife and environment. Oil drilling is not just affecting the wildlife and environment, but the people there in the villages as well. It's affecting their mental and physical health. Based on the article from Inside Climate News, in 1986, there was only one reported disease being treated due to the oil spills. In 2000, it rose to 75, and on a statistical standpoint, that is a 74% increase over just 14 years. And thinking back to it now, we're in the year 2023. Gerald Kanayurek was just 2 years old when he started experiencing respiration problems and distress due to the harmful chemicals within the air, eventually causing him to have seizures and having to go on a ventilator from time to time. Not only is this causing physical damage to the village people and children, but mental damage to the hurt mothers, fathers, and community around them, afraid for their lives of each other from just having to breathe. From what was explained today, we've understood just a fraction of harm due to air toxicity, oil spills, and heavy machinery destroying the environment within these Alaskan villages. We've seen and done the research on how the situation is causing more harm than good, ultimately affecting the lives of everyone around it. We need to be a voice and not a suppressor to the environment, wildlife, and people within these villages, a voice saying that we support them and hear them, that their cries for help are not unnoticed, and what is being done to them is just unjust and inhumane. We pride ourselves in being a free country, yet we're trapping these villages and everything within them and around them to suffer. We need to understand the true harm due to oil drilling and make a stand to support these people and give them a voice. So all the people listening to this speech, I want to thank you for your time, and I hope this brought very much needed attention to the important issue.